greetings. Do you know? Yes. Namaste, namaskar, no hugging, no kissing, or avoid touching. If our friends knows these things before coming here, that will be fruitful for him. Okay. Next one, under the clothes, again, dress appropriately. Casual, covering outfits, nothing much revealing and skimpy. And under food and drink, 2 main heavy meals of the day. We Nepalese people generally take 2 heavy meals, right? They are lunch usually before midday and dinner mostly before late night. And the items of food we generally eat. What have you written there? Yes, dal, bhat, tarkari, achar we say in our term. Pulses, rice, curry, pickles, right? With dairy and meat items as per availability, right? Do not eat with left hand. We generally do not use our left hand for eating or drinking. Do not eat from a common cooking utensils. We do not generally share the plates, right? Then tea is the most loved drink all around the year, right? Alcohol is not acceptable in all cultures and situations. Then under business, 8 hours mostly, including a short afternoon break. Most people go home after work to spend time with their families rather than hanging out with their colleagues. Some extra tips also. Remove your shoes before entering the house or temple or any other significant place, right? These are the general suggestions. If you give to the newcomer, if you give to your friend who is coming to our society, to our country, that will help him or her to adapt the new in the new environment. Okay. And let's talk about the major issue of Unit 1, the main language item which has been mentioned here. Do you know what's the language item is here? Yes. Giving, withholding and reporting permission. Giving permission, withholding permission and reporting permission. You know, this is the main language item that you have to be clear while going through Unit 1, right? Then I predict, or let's say I have predicted that my students will be able to use proper language structures to give permission, to withhold permission and to report permission, right? If after listening to me, if you are able to do these things, you will be successful, right, in this chapter, number 1. Next one, you should respond properly, either by giving or withholding permission, right? If you are able to respond, positive response or negative response, it doesn't matter. But if you, let's say, if you build up such idea after listening to my class, now that will be fruitful for you. Next one, you must be able to distinguish which expressions are used for giving permission and which expressions are used for delaying or refusing permission. If you have such clear idea, if you make, okay, that will be again helpful hints for you. The last achievement that I guessed here, predicted here, is that you will be able to report the granted permission or denied permission. Right? If you are able to do so, you are okay in learning things. Okay. Now, let's go to the main subject here, main topics here. Yes. Structure for making request. First of all, before giving permission or denying permission, my students will be able to make request for permission. If you are able to if you make requests for permission, only then your listener will give you permission or deny. Therefore, what sort of language should be used for asking for permission? I request my students to be ready for writing some language structures, let's suppose. Right? Let's say, if you are in a classroom, just imagine, you are in hurry to go to the restroom. For this, you should ask your monitor. How do you ask him? Yes. For this, what sort of language structures, do you have to utter there? Do you have to use there? Yes. If you are asking your friend, monitor, you can say, can I go to restroom? Right? What is the language structure? Can I plus, let's say, can plus pronoun plus verb. Can I go to the restroom? If you are asking to your friends, then if there is your teacher in the classroom, let's suppose if there is your teacher, then I request you not to use can with him, because can generally is used for less formal, means it is used while talking to contemporary people. It is considered to be less formal item of language, let's say. Then if you have your teacher in the classroom, what do you have to say? Yes. May I go to the restroom? May I go to restroom is the language structure, is the sentence that asks your listener, the particular person, for, let's say, getting permission from him or her to go to the restroom. Right? Therefore, you should use proper language structure. It depends upon the situation, it depends upon the participants, what sort of language should be used there. But I request you to use formal language, most polite one. The auxiliary verb can be used or is used, to ask for permission. It doesn't matter. It is not the, vital question here. We can use this, but there is a bit difference between the two that I am asking you, that I am telling you. Okay. Then, what will be the response of your question? Right? If the person who you are talking to gives you positive answer, That is what? Giving permission. If the person gives you negative answer, if the person refuses your request, what is that? That is withholding permission. Right? If permission is withheld, let's say, you are not allowed to do the work. See that. Therefore, I want to tell you also, if you go through the language structures given in your textbook, if you go there, you can see other two language structures. Right? What are they? Is it okay and is it alright if is also there? Right? I will talk after that. After some times. Okay. Then, after then, if the speaker, let's say, says, may I go to the restroom? If the speaker says, yes, of course, that means what? What is the meaning of that? Yes, you can go to the restroom. If it is said you can go to the restroom, what is that? You are allowed to go to the restroom. Right? It is that. Then we have to also study about reporting permission also. Right? Therefore, if it is said, if you have positive answer, according to the answer, you should make an opinion, make some kind of scheme, some kind of plan to change the permission, to report the permission to your friend. Right? For example here, right? You can go to restroom. If it is said, then if you yourself report the very sentence, what will be the reporting sentence there? Then you can say, you means, the speaker says you means, that is, he is or she is addressing to you. Then to you, what do you say? I. Then here, what will be the sentence here? I am allowed to go to the restroom. Right? I request my students to look at the exercise there. Some exercises are there. See, in your textbook, page number 5, use protector, of course. Do you see? Yes. Now, A should make permission and the participants B should give permission or withhold permission according to the situation given in the exercise. The first one, please try your best, try to note down, right? Use protector, of course. What can A say here? Right? A can say, if the person is asking you, means if the boy or girl is asking his or her friend there, he or she may say, right, can I use your protector? See, can, subject, verb 1. Try to, let's say, remember while using such kind of sentences. Right? Can I use your protector? Here's the sentence. Then, how does B respond? A clue is given there. What is the clue there? Of course. Of course means giving permission or withholding permission. What do you think? Yes, giving permission. Right? And The meaning of course is here what? You may write, okay, you can use my protector. That is the meaning. Of course means the situation says you can use my protector. Right? Then how do you report this sentence with your friend? Right? Please try to copy the structure, for reporting the sentence. For reporting the sentence, you should say subject is MR allowed or permitted to plus verb 1 if it is giving permission. Once again, if permission is granted to report this, remember my dear students, subject is MR plus allowed or permitted plus 2 plus verb 1. Then do you know which subject agrees with is, which agrees with M, and which agrees with R? Do you know? Yes. Third person singular agrees with what? Is. First person singular I agrees with what? M. First person plural, second person and third person plural. Right? Means we, you, they. No, these three agree with R. Never forget. Okay? Or you know very well. Yes. Now, if the permission is withheld, if the asking for permission is refused, if it is said, may I go to the restroom? Sorry. Right? You can't. That means what? Withholding permission. And in that situation, how to report it? Please, the same structure. Now, the earlier structure, let's, remember then. You can look at your exercise book if you have noted down there. Right? Subject is MR. Right? Now, in withholding permission, you have to use not after be verb. After is MR, we should supply what? Not. Negative indicator. Okay? For example, you can't go to the restroom if it is said, right? The listener himself or herself says, I am not allowed to go to the restroom. Please try to understand. I am not allowed to go to the restroom. That will be the sentence. Right? Then, my dear students, can you practice the remaining 3 sentences there? Can you make a dialogue? Hello? First, dialogue should be between 2. Right? After then, you will try to change the sentence or to report the permission. Whether it is granted or denied, it doesn't matter, because we have already received, we have already learned what sort of structures, what sort of sentence structures are used for granting permission and denying permission. You know very well, okay? Let's go down. What do you see in the next number there? Play football. I'm afraid I can't let you. See, I'm afraid I can't let you. Right? What will be the dialogue? May I play football? What will we say? What sort of hints? You can notice that. I'm afraid means what? Withholding permission. Refusing, let's say. I'm afraid I can't let you play football. Right? What is the meaning of that sentence? Meaning means what? if the listener is directly addressing, right? If the addresser is directly addressing to the addressee, he may say, you can't play football. If there is someone else, she character, let's say, A and B are already there, if C is also there, and if C interferes their conversation, sometimes, such condition, happens, let's say, then C may say, hello, Mr. B, don't let him or her play football, he may say. Okay, it doesn't matter. The meaning, I'm afraid I can't let you play football. Meaning is what? You can't play football. Right? To report this sentence, how can you report it, my dear students? Yes, if you understand that you can't play football, your reporting sentence will be what? I am not permitted to play football. Yes? Is it okay? Yes. But if you understand that, don't let him or her play football, the meaning of this sentence, the reporting, sentence of that refusing statement is, he or she, the next person, reports, he or she is not allowed to play football. Right? If you yourself report, it is very easy. Right? I am not allowed to play football. That's okay. Let's go to the next one. Bring my sister to the party. Right? Who are you talking to? If you are talking to your colleagues, you can say, can I bring my sister to the party? That is what? It is formal request, no doubt. But still, this sentence, is looking for the favor from the addressee there. Right? Can I bring my sister to the party? Or if you are talking to a senior person, then you may say, may I bring my sister to the party? Then that's okay. What does it mean? You can bring your sister to the party. Right? That's the meaning. Then how can you report it? I am allowed to bring my sister to the party. In this way, I am requesting my students, you students, to make request first. After then, respond to the requests. Right? After then, guess the meaning of the response. Yes? And then report it. Right? What we did just now? Let's see. Hello. May I bring my sister to the party? Asking for permission. Right? What is its response? That's okay. That's the response. Meaning is what? You can bring your sister to the party. That's the meaning. Right? Yes. Then how can the person who asks for permission report it? Then I have already told you. What's that? I am allowed to bring my sister to the party. Yes? Okay. In this way, I request my students to try your best for writing these exercises from page number 5. Okay. Let's move a bit downwards. If you look at exercise number 2, there you can see a table. right? In the table, there are 4 columns. In the first column, can, may, is it okay, or is it okay, or is it all right if. You are asked to write as many sentences as you can from this table. In the second column, there is I. In the third column, there are some expressions, verbs. Expressions are there. In last column, there are some purposes. Let me make a sentence as a model, okay? Please try to follow my technique, okay? Can I use your cell phone, to call my mother? Can I use your cell phone to call my mother? You can make sentences like that, right? In the same way, is it okay? Is it okay and is it all right if? These are also practiced for asking permission. There is slight difference. Is it okay if I plus verb 1, or is it all right if, pronoun or subject plus verb 1? These structures are used commonly. They are common structures. I want to remind you, right? Then may I is too much formal one. Okay. In this way, my students, I request you to make as many sentences as you can. Right? Okay. Then I ask you to turn the page number 6 there. There are 2 columns. On your left hand side, there are certain expressions. On your right hand side, there are other expressions. My question to you is, see, in page number 8, my question to you is, right, in which situation the expression of left hand side are used, and in which situation the expression of right hand side used. If you go through, you can easily understand, right? The expression mentioned here to our left hand side, let's say, are used for what? Denying. Yes? No. Are used for giving permission. And the expressions given in right hand side are used for withholding permission or denying permission. You should, go through these expressions first. You have to just understand. Again, I request you to go back to page number 6, and there are some sentences, for you to report these sentences. You should report these sentences. Let's try. You can take photographs here. What does it mean? Hello? You can take photographs here. Means what? Yes. You are allowed, to take photograph here. And you yourself have to say, I am allowed to take photograph here. We have already practiced, such sort of structures, here. A few minutes ago we did this. Again, if you have some confusion, right, you can discuss with your friends that, the language structures I have already given you there, right? Subject is MR, right? Allowed, permitted, 2 plus verb 1 for giving permission, and not allowed or permitted, 2 plus verb 1 for rejecting permission. In the same way here, right? Don't let him leave the school. How to change this sentence? How to report this sentence? It is very easy, right? He is not allowed to leave the school. Finish. This is the way, right? This is the way to report the given sentences. Therefore, I request you I request my students here to do these all things as your homework. You should practice at home. While practicing, let's suppose, if some difficulties arise, right, you can share with us, with your teachers, or if it is not possible, you can write comments on my Facebook page, then I'll try my best to give you the solution. Okay, if it is possible here, okay, if not, even after the end of this class, after the end of this session, okay, I'll try my best to address your problem, right? Okay, next one. We have come at the end of the session here nearly. Now, I want to request you to study minutely one after another, right? Now, special homework for tomorrow. Write what a tourist can or cannot do in the Pashupatinath area in about 5 or 6 sentences. If I say in the Pashupatinath area, if you don't know, then you can say in the religious place, in the Hindu temple, let's suppose, or any other religious places. What a tourist can do, what is a tourist allowed to do, and what is he or she not allowed to do. Just write 5 to 6 sentences. Just writing introduction. While visiting, this temple, tourists are allowed to do or not allowed to do the following things, or something like that, if you say. Because I am just telling you to write in 5 or 6 sentences. Why? It is from the examination point of view. Because this question is asked in your examination with the full marks of 5. 5 marks only. Therefore, better not to write, Ramayana like of answer. Just straightforward. Okay. Now, in your textbook there, you are asked to write a paragraph about a place. If you go back, you can see there, page number 11, right? There is about Vedatar. I am not requesting you to write something about Vedatar. I am just requesting you to try your best to write about your village or town. Right? For writing description, means for writing a paragraph describing a place, you have to know something about that. First of all, you have to use simple present tense, right? Then language structures, maybe there is, there are, or it has got. These are the different language structures that we use for describing a place. And the most important thing that you have to understand here, while writing about a place, first of all, you have to write location, where the place is exactly located. Then you may write some other points also. Populations, main occupations, climate, special features, and conclusion. Right? In special features means what? Why is your place famous? Means what do the tourists hope to see in your place or in the place which you are going to describe. Just write. For example, if you write about Dharan, right? Important place of Dharan may be Dantakali Mandir, Buddha Subba is there, then Pindeswari Baba is also there. In this way, some parks are available there, the beautiful scene, etc.